Crypto products and NFTs are unregulated and can be highly risky. There may be no regulatory recourse for any loss from such transactions.
Hello and welcome to ET Markets Crypto TV presented by CoinSwitchKuber. I'm Maloni Bhatt. Systematic investing is a popular way of wealth creation. It averages the buying price and reduces volatility. Like mutual funds, many stakeholders within the cryptosphere are offering SIPs. One such is CoinSwitchKuber, which is an aggregator of exchanges. It has launched a recurring buy plan or RBP. What is RBP? Why do they believe in it? To answer these and a few other questions, we have with us Abhijith Cuddapah. He's the Associate Director of Product with CoinSwitchKuber. Abhijith, welcome.
Hey Milani.
Now, before we dive into it, please remember crypto is unregulated in India and volatile. So please study products properly before you invest. Abhijit, you can begin by telling us what is RBP and what led to RBP.
Sure. So let me start off with actually what led to RBP. So we were doing a little bit of consumer research, right? Like understanding our customers, the way they behave on our platform, the way they trade. And we also found out that a good amount of people actually buy a same coin every month, right? And this is actually mimicking the strategy of dollar cost averaging, right? Which buy small amounts of the same cryptocurrency over a long period of time. And this is mainly to average out the price so that in a long run, when the market usually moves in an upward direction, you tend to accumulate a lot of wealth over time. So that becomes one of the important factors of even going for a strategy like this, right? Especially for people who are looking at it for a long term, and also for people who don't want to constantly kind of look at the market or track the prices on a day-to-day basis, right? So this was one insight that we got. And also when we were talking to a few customers, they did ask for this feature. So that also gave us some sort of a qualitative validation that this is an important feature for us to consider. So we ended up deciding that, okay, let's go ahead and try to build this feature and see the response from our users, right? And what we ended up doing was we started building this feature, and then we launched it. We launched it to a limited set of users initially as a kind of an exclusive early release, early bird offer, right? Where only few set of users who sign up, and basically they need to share it with others so that they can move up the queue, right? So we started this, and then we saw a very good response. We were expecting around 10,000 users to sign up for it over a period of 7 days, but we ended up reaching this like literally in half a day. So I think we got a pretty good response, and then we kind of launched this to the early bird users, and they started using it, and we understood the usage patterns. We tried to talk to them, and we understood that they really liked how the product is very simple. And then we launched it to the larger set of users. And that's
So,
how RBP
what is
started.
it? Okay, so what
Yeah.
is it?
So coming to RBP, it is a investment strategy. It is an order type on CoinSwitch. So the way you place an RBP on CoinSwitch is you select any coin that you want to invest in. You click on buy, and you have an option saying that recurring buy. And when you click on that option, you get a calendar. Basically, it tells you uh, when on every month do you want this to be deducted from your wallet, right? So you can select the 2nd of every month, the 5th of every month, the 20th of every month. It's completely up to you. And once you select which date of the month you want the order to execute, you then basically set it up, and it's done. It's just a one-click selection. And then after that, every month at that particular date where you selected, the amount would automatically get deducted from your wallet, and it would place the order. So that's as we try to keep it as simple as that.
And it's as easy to deselect and get out of it?
Exactly. So when you want to cancel an RBP, if you feel that the market has is not favorable for you, or probably you don't have enough money, and that month that you want to basically place an order, all you need to do is go to the orders and history page of that particular coin. And in the open orders, you will have your RBP open order shown there. And all you need to do is click on that and click on cancel. And we also have an option to pause. So pause would basically mean that until and unless you resume, we will not deduct the amount from your wallet. And cancel is basically you're completely canceling the SIP itself. It would for you to resume it, probably you'll need to place another SIP or RPP.
And there is no burden on your customer either to get into the product or to exit.
No, absolutely not, because this is purely based on the customer's willingness, right? Because even if the user doesn't have the amount in his wallet, we of course do send them reminders saying that that your RBP is upcoming and you need to maintain a minimum balance of this much in your wallet so that it can get executed. Like we send it 2 days before, we send it 7 days before, one day before, and if the user doesn't have that amount in the wallet, it automatically fails, and we send the user a notification saying that this RBP failed because of insufficient balance in your wallet. And of course, we give the user the opportunity to either place the order again, and they can do it on the same day, or they can do it on the next day, or they can, of course, take the necessary actions of either canceling, pausing, resuming.
Okay. So there is no cost to the customer at the end of the day.
Exactly. The
All right.
customer is it's completely up to them
Right.
whether they want to get the order executed or not.
So Abhijit, crypto SIPs already exist in the market. What makes this one different?
So one thing, the angle at which we approach this is, one, we wanted to keep it as simple as possible. As I mentioned earlier, that it just takes like 2 clicks, right? You just need to select the date at which you want the order to get executed, and then with the confirmation, it's already up and running. The second thing that we've also done is we've opened this to all the cryptocurrencies that are available on CoinSwitch platform. So the user has a wide selection that he can select any specific coin that they want to start an RBP on. At the same time, we have also given the flexibility that they can do any number of RBPs. They can, for the same coin, they can even have multiple RBPs. And like if a person wants to set it up such that I want to do 100 rupees on the second of every month and then 500 rupees on the 20th of every month, then that is also possible. So there's a lot of flexibility. It's not very rigid. And we've seen users doing this. We've seen people simulating a weekly RBP by just setting it on every start of the week, right, of the month. So it's like four deductions that happen every month. So that way, it gives users a lot of flexibility to run the RBP in the way that they see fit.
Uh, can you tell us the profile of the people who seem to have chosen RBP on the platform?
Yeah.
What I'm trying to understand is, for whom is this product for?
Got it. So usually we look at users into two brackets, right? People who are traders who understand the technical analysis of coins. They're able to time the market. They're able to place the right orders for the right amount, and they're able to make these small amounts of profit, right? Other than that, there are a lot of beginners who have been investing for the first time. They're still testing the waters. So they tend to kind of just invest small amounts in particular coins and then see how it goes. Now, the way we kind of position this particular product is more on the lines of the people who are investing or who are beginners for the first time, and they don't have the right technical knowledge to even think about playing the market or doing technical analysis or trying to time the market, right? And that's where, and also crypto is a 24/7 market, right? You can't stay up all night and try to figure out when exactly to place your order. So that's where I think for these users who are more beginners and who don't want to spend that much time analyzing the market, this becomes more of a disciplined strategy where you allocate a small amount of money that you would basically add and invest in a coin every month. and wait for it to kind of accumulate. Because uh, in a long term, the market would always kind of follow an uptrend. And the more disciplined you are in investing consistently, you would also see a good amount of returns using this strategy. And you can actually diversify based on investing in multiple different coins, and each of them would kind of give you different returns, right? So the profile of the user would specifically be here, where they are beginners. They have a particular amount that they can allocate every month, and they want to kind of take this disciplined strategy of accumulating wealth over the long term.
Actually, what was the idea of opening this to all coins in the ecosystem? Because I'm sure that if you offer 100, 200, or 300 coins tokens, the offtake would be limited to a certain number, or do you see equal offtake for each of these?
So again, the way crypto kind of works is a lot of people have their favorite coins, right? Of course, some of them look at it from a market angle where they try to see the previous trends and returns that a coin has given. But at the same time, a lot of people do believe in the use case. They believe in what that particular coin is trying to do in the future, right? So with that keeping in mind, what users tend to do is that even a particular coin which is just new and is completely volatile, they believe in its use case and they want to invest it in for the long term. So that's where giving them the flexibility to choose any coin that they want and start an RBP on that basically helps them back a coin for the long term and have a small amount of money allocated for it every month.
Okay, okay. But for many, the attraction of crypto is exactly this, the extreme volatile coins or tokens which offer insane returns in a short period. SIP, though we know, is a long-term investment game. In such a scenario, then, how do you see the offtake of RBP?
So yeah, a lot of users do try to time the market because they would look at a particular coin when it is falling down. They might want to buy the dip, and as soon as it spikes, they want to take the profit, right? And there's a lot of opportunity for this because of the way the cryptocurrency works, because of its volatility. But at the same time, there are a lot of users who would also like to play this in the long term because timing markets is very difficult. You might think that you are buying the dip only to see that there's another dip happening, right? And that kind of discourages you to take that next step. And there's a lot of FOMO, there's a lot of fear and greed that happens. So this becomes more of a kind of a strategy where it's more laid back, and you don't have to worry about the volatility. You just need to understand that in the long term, there's going to be returns. And a lot of these users also, there's actually a specific term in the cryptocurrency world. They're called hodlers, and they just tend to just invest in one particular coin and just wait for it to kind of blow up, right? And that's pretty much the strategy. This is more of like, instead of putting a lump sum amount in one coin at one particular point in time in the past, this gives you a more disciplined strategy of accumulating the coin over a period of time, and that would definitely increase your probability of return also. So I think that's pretty much the way people might think with volatility or without volatility, basically, or just looking at it at a long term and trying to beat that volatility.
Okay. And this product is available for anyone, for any of your customers from either here or anywhere else in the world?
CoinSwitch is purely an Indian product. It's for Indian citizens who reside in India. So it's specifically made for India,
For
actually. So anyone,
within the geography.
exactly.
Okay. Okay. Abhijit, thank you very much for helping us understand, this new product. And, this is for the audience. SIPs reduce risk, but they will not completely eliminate the volatility, which is inbuilt within crypto. Abhijith Cuddapah, thanks so very much for your time and for your expertise.
Yeah. Thank you, Melanie. Thank you for having me.
Crypto products and NFTs are unregulated and can be highly risky. There may be no regulatory recourse for any loss from such transactions.